you lost, but this isn't about wins and losses. You wanted to win the game, obviously, when you had the lead in the 6th inning, but just talk about the overall experience and having a crowd like you had, 1,800 people tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this place is just electric, and I kind of talked about that earlier in the week, and we're just fortunate that we get to come out and play the game that we love in front of this crowd. So there was a lot of good things tonight. I have about a list of about 2 pages long of some things we need to work on, but I was very happy with our approach tonight.
You had some great defense out there too. I'm still learning the roster myself, so I don't even know who was in right field. But Whitney running out there and making that grab in short center. So again, you lost the game. There are a lot of things to work on. But what impressed you about this team, which is trying to repeat as Mountain West champs?
I like our fight. I like our attitude. I don't know if you guys could feel it in the stands, but in our dugout there was a lot of energy. They were in every pitch, and that says a lot about them. I like when we made errors, we were picking each other up, and I thought Jill pitched a heck of a game. She threw 4 solid innings, and then we went 1-1-1. Our freshman, we put her in a really crucial situation, and it's good for her. She's only throwing fastball and changeups right now, so she's not even throwing any of her breaking pitches. So it was a good situation for her to get put in, and for me to see how she responds.
Was that the plan, to go with 4 pitchers all along because you wanted to get them experience?
Yeah, and obviously we get to a point in the 4th inning, and I'm like, oh, I want to keep Jill in. And but it's more about, okay, where are we at? It's our first fall game. We have 5 or 6 more. Hannah came in, shut them out. Taylor Langdon came in, shut them out, and Kama came in and did a great job too. So it's not always about the W, although it is, but it's more about the process and how we're progressing as a squad.
I want to ask you about Claire Stucker, obviously one of the new additions to the team. She can hit the ball a country mile. We saw it at Bullard High School. How did you get her to come back here, and what type of a coup is it for Fresno State to have her suiting up for the Bulldogs?
Gosh, Claire is the kid that every team needs. She's she's only been here for a couple of months, and she's the glue of our team. She comes to practice every day with a smile on her face. I don't know that there's a person on our team that does not like her. We just lucked out. She wanted to get back to home, and she was happy with kind of seeing the progress this program was making, and she gave me a phone call, and the rest is history, and we're really happy she's here.
Obviously, this program, this entire community builds itself on Bulldog Pride. A lot of crowd cheering for you tonight. Also, Andrea Duran had her own cheering section. What did you think about that? Because she never came to Fresno State, but it's almost like she's an honorary Bulldog in a way, right?
I think it's really special. I think it kind of shows the history and the backing of softball here. I mean, Andrea, I'm sure, had a little bit to do with them coming out here and playing in Fresno. She got to play in front of her home crowd, so she's done a lot. When we first took over this program, she came out a couple times and chatted with myself and both of our assistants. So just lucky that she came out and brought a good crowd for us.
And then just lastly, Coach, between now and the start of the 2016 season, what's the schedule like for you and for these girls to get them ready for next year?
Well, we got a lot. We got a lot to do. We got to keep working on our approach hitting wise, but I think defensively we're going to hit that a little bit harder. And just we have Lindsay Willman, who's playing first base, who has never played first base before. She came to us as a center fielder, went to Hawaii as a catcher, so now she's playing first base. So she hasn't gotten a lot of work there. Paige is playing behind the plate tonight with a broken finger. It just kind of shows you the grit of this team, and I think if we continue working on what we're doing, we're going to go far.
I said last question. I do have one more for you. There was talk earlier in the week about Brenna Moss. Maybe she played for you, maybe she played for them. She didn't play at all. A little disappointing for you to not see her out there on either side?
Yeah, I think it's hard for Brenna when you're dealing with a high-profile, high-achieving athlete. She hasn't been getting the reps she knows she needs to come out here and perform, and it's very hard for Brenna to come out here knowing that she's not prepared and to play. And I think part of it, we were talking a little bit. Taking the field against the Bulldogs on this field, it would be very, very hard for her. Like, she is the epitome of Bulldog born, Bulldog bred. She bleeds Bulldog. So I think it was a culmination of a couple of things.